Alright guys, welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. So we have two things on Eos, Gil and Cora. So we'll go ahead and do Cora's. Where should we fast travel to? Here? There? Everywhere? Gil's is right next to the main spot, so we'll do Cora's first. Oh yeah, I like that Nomad paint job. It's the stars.
That looks like Ket Tech.
Here, ready to see what I've got?
Man, I hate the cats.
So where's your mystery project?
Not far. Soil converter. No remnant terraformer, but it makes sandy dirt into something useful. Eventually. Add seeds, some rain, and you've got a garden.
That's right. You wanted a garden of your own.
It'll take years. I might not even see it. But that's okay. Asari think in centuries. Lay a foundation, then step away. Let it grow into something you might never expect. Pathfinder training was my foundation. Gave me a whole galaxy of directions I could go. I don't need someone else's plan. Just a good beginning. The first seeds of a garden. One I started with my friend.
What seeds do you have?
Desert flowers and grasses from across the Milky Way. Colors we don't even have names for. When they've prepared the ground, roses someday. Ready? 1, 2... Shield boost enabled.
Okay, so that was Cora's little side thing. Codex. You and Cora have the utmost trust and respect for each other, and make a strong team. Oh, I forgot the top one. Since your gardening trip to Eos, Cora is much calmer and more optimistic about her future. Even if it doesn't involve being a Pathfinder, she's ready to move forward. That's good. What the hell? Who are you?
I'm good. You're here. Yeah, so listen, she's only got a minute or two, and she's in rare form today, just to warn you. She's here kickstarting repopulation protocols, reversing the chemical procreation blockers for colonists. Calls it boosting the batter. She's gonna talk your ear off about your civic duty as a man.
That is what she's here to do. The woman takes her job seriously.
Hey, if you're cool with it. I mean, makes no never mind to me. No chance I'll ever oops a baby into the world.
Am I interrupting something?
Ah, Jill. About time. This is...
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember? Ryder, pleasure. I know we're all very busy, so I have only one question for you.
You want to boost my batter?
Sure, go ahead.
What the hell did you do to him? It's like he's an adult or something. He can even have a mature conversation without it degrading into pot shots. Unless I take it there. What's your secret?
I sneaked into the stasis pods and switched him with another baby.
My boy's in good hands. Okay, you're both off the hook. So glad I got to meet you, Ryder.
Likewise.
Really? Those were the two... Hello, tech guy, Danny. Those were the two things we had to do here. Oh my god. Ah! Oh, I made it, oh my god. Again, another thing where it takes longer to actually go to the damn planet than it does to actually do what we need to do there.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
I think
Lexi wanted to speak to you.
Alright.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Guard, to Ryder from Gora. Thanks again for coming with me. If you want to know, the plants we seeded are Tyrol azana, handful of water, a plant from Rannoch, common Israel, a Thessian blossom that smells like honey, lace in lilac, a flower they found on Eden Prime, and a few others. Cora. Kadara, to Ryder from Vetra. Ryder, don't worry, Sid didn't do something reckless this time. As far as I know. I've just found something cool on Kadara. Want to meet me there? I'll send the nav point as an attachment. V. That's the bathroom.
We need to talk about Sam.
Dr. Taparo does not approve of how we escaped to the Ket containment field on the Archon's flagship.
By stopping the Pathfinder's heart? No, I do not approve.
We didn't have a choice. If there had been another option, I would have taken it.
How can you be so calm about this? Ryder, Sam killed you. Yes, he brought you back, but what if he didn't?
I cannot learn without the Pathfinder. That would be akin to killing a part of myself.
Your lines of code, you can't die.
Sam would never hurt me.
Thank you, Ryder.
Look, I'm not against Sam. I'm not against you, Sam. But my job's hard enough without an AI stopping your heart. Even to save your life.
All right. I'll find a new party trick.
Have Gil teach you 3-card Monty or something.
Lexi, I apologize for any distress I have caused you.
And I'm sorry for calling you lines of code. You're more than that. Even if you don't have cells to prove it.
Oh, she ran away.
Couldn't digest it without heavy processing. Cellulolysis would be hugely inefficient.
Are you still trying to figure out how to eat Helios flora?
Oh, shoot. I was talking out loud again, wasn't I?
Okay. Stop giving me that. More codex. Recruited like no other. Lexi. Lexi is concerned about the extent of Sam's control over your body. While she trusts both you and Sam, the fact remains that the AI can stop your heart on command. Gil. Deepening the bond between you, Gil has introduced you to his best friend, Jill. Yeah. So Vetra, Kadara, Havarl, Eladin, all different places. Oh, we can do this. That's probably, I can't remember. Okay. So Kadara, Havarl, and Eladin. Eladin's here. Let's go ahead and do this new place first. Might as well knock it out while we are on the way.
They named the system after a Batarian pioneer, their first astronaut. It's good to remember these things. Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. Got a reading from the asteroid belt.
This scout vessel appears to have been abandoned in the asteroid belt after an engine failure. Its aimless drifting among the asteroids has resulted in significant damage, but some materials may be salvageable. What system is this? Darhiga. Geograph. Looks very deadly. Sometime in the past century, Geograph was impacted by a very large or very fast object, natural or artificial, that cracked open its mantle and caused a continuing series of quakes. H2o2.
Anomaly on sensors.
Hidden from early surveys by reflective objects in Darhiga's asteroid belt, H2o2 is a frigid world with a krypton nitrogen atmosphere.
Probe away. We've got a crater.
This is the largest of multiple impact craters, suggesting a swarm of debris, possibly from the asteroid belt struck H5O5 in the distant past. Negral. Negral's crushing atmosphere is toxic and violent. Its density makes scans difficult. The planet's rings appear to be of relatively recent origin, possibly related to the Scourge. Lastly, Dinesh. There's gonna be an anomaly. Nope. Cobalt and nickel from the outer layer of Dinesh's crust. Scans suggest the planet is far less tectonically stable than it appears. Okay. Eladin next. And then after we do Eladin, Kadara is next, but we have these 3 systems on the way. Shoot, who was it we needed for Eladin? I can't remember.
We're on course.
Dissension in the ranks. I wish it had told me. Oh yeah, we can switch our crew on there, but let me see. I know it's not Korra. It could be Jal or Vetra. It's one of those two. For some reason, I think it's Jal. Let's take both. We might not even need them to be down here.
This site could support an initiative outpost.
Don't we have one? I just remembered where Eladin was. Maybe it was Drac. Investigate the crashed Ket ships on Eladin. Nakmor scouts from New Tachanka have reported Ket ships crashed on Eladin. They believe this is something that warrants a Pathfinder's attention. We'll go to this one. The hell? I'm gonna save it. The hell is all this? Wow. Take Drac.
So wait, you're Kesh's father?
Grandfather, actually. She tell you about me?
Not exactly. She did used to swear up and down about a stubborn old fossil.
Smoke in the distance. Probably the crashed ship we're looking for.
I wish they would finish their conversations.
Cat killing other cat?
Come on, kid, let's get in there.
I like this quiet.
Cat data pad.
What's this?
It appears to be a cat data log, Pathfinder. It may contain saved data of some variety.
Can we access this data, Sam?
The device is locked.
Anything you can do to bypass the lock?
This is beyond my current capabilities. We have never encountered a cat device with security like this before. I suggest we bring it back to the Tempest for further analysis.
I'm sure Suvi could help with it.
Okay. So we didn't actually need anybody.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's almost unbelievable that some of the Ket would be fighting their own. The Ket always seems so monolithic, almost faceless.
There's so much we still don't know about how their society functions.
The stuff you've brought in is helping shed some light on those questions. Speaking of which, this device you found at that destroyed Ket ship, it's secured with a biometric lock that can only be activated with a specific genetic code.
So, like a fingerprint scan, except with a genetic fingerprint.
Exactly. Whatever's in this, it's probably only meant for trusted individuals.
So you're saying I have to track down some Ket?
But that would be impossible, Ryder. Remember those Ket genetic samples you scanned on Volt? Lexi's been working on the data, and I have an idea that just might work. We should go talk with her when you have time.
Okay.
Got your memo, Suvi. Data's right here, but I'm not sure what you're expecting to find.
Tell me you have it all sequenced.
Yes, of course. It was the first thing I...
Perfect. Sam, can you test combinations of sequences against the lock?
Testing.
Brute force, Dr. Anwar?
Tried and true methods. And with Sam's processing speed, it should take no time.
Key found.
Whoa. We thought it was a data log, but it's not. It's...
It just locked onto a transmission.
Does it compromise our security?
The device is a receiver. It will not reveal our location.
This transmission is audio.
The Archon has abandoned our way, spurns tradition, defies protocol. He abuses his authority, obsesses over remnant secrets, and keeps us cut off from home. This cannot continue. He will return to the path of right or be destroyed. This is my promise. An Archon stands tall only while we hold him up.
Someone's gunning for the Archon. I'd say that's something we can exploit.
You don't mean try to make some kind of deal?
Don't know yet. What else is in the transmission?
It's the same stuff. It repeats. I wonder if there's a way to trace the signal. Scanning for nav point. I'll transmit it to your Omni tool, in case you want to check it out.
What do you think we'll find out there?
I don't know. It might be a base of Ket dissidents organizing against the Archon.
Whatever it is, please be careful, Ryder.
Okay. On Eos, we were just fucking there. Also, why do we have to talk to Lexi for that? She didn't do anything. But we did get some... Stop going to that. The Archon. It is now understood that the Archon's single-minded efforts to finally control Remnant technology have diverted resources from the Ket conquest of Helios. From gathered intelligence, the Archon's second-in-command, the Primus, believes their leader's interest in the Remnant has become an obsession that threatens their subjugation of the Angara. Ket. However, your investigations show a rift between the Ket and the Helios cluster. While they remain a threat, evidence shows the Archon has prevented his subordinates from communicating with their home space, and that many have begun speaking out against him, given his obsession with the Remnant. Primus. Evidence now proves that the Primus and the Archon are at odds. Investigations show that the Primus disapproves of the Archon's single-minded interest in Remnant technology, believing it to be a distraction from the Ket's attempts to conquer Helios. She has repeatedly attempted to correct his focus on the Remnant, with little success, and appears to have no recourse left other than to replace the Archon. But wouldn't...
Suvi, that woman on the Nexus, she's a widow of one of my pilots.
The people you were training to explore the Scourge?
Zoe's wife was lost out there. For a fellow pilot, one does the right thing.
Like making sure her widow's got enough credits.
It's the least I can do. The most is conquering the Scourge once and for all.
Okay. About Sam, to Ryder from Lexi. Ryder, after our last discussion, Sam and I thought it best if we both took a crash course in AI history to gain a better understanding of each other's perspectives. It's been immensely helpful in finding common ground, but also for highlighting the differences between Sam and the Geth. The Geth didn't need the Quarians to survive, but Sam cannot carry out his primary functions without a Pathfinder. I still don't like that Sam has the ability to stop your heart, but I no longer have nightmares about him getting trigger happy with your life, Lexi. It would seem like if the yeah, we'll go ahead and do this, and then as long as it doesn't take us back over here, tackle these three and then go to Kadara. If the Archon were to just conquer Helios, he'd have all the time to research the
Pythias system, home of Eos, and Prodromos.
Yeah, we know. The Remnant stuff. So, I mean... it's a little weird to me. Because he only just found out about, well, I guess not just found out, but...
Descent is green.
It seems like he was already obsessed with it before he knew Ryder could communicate with it.
Calm.
So... a little flaw in their plan, his plan there, anyway.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can
Wrong.
extract minerals via your mining interface.
Is there a cave somewhere?
Cat machinery, watch out. Gets us away from the sun for a while.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Crap. Do you think they might have found an Ark?
We need an up-close scan.
I mean, we found the Solarian, the Turian, the human. The Krogans are already on a planet. The Asari. What other Ark could there be?
This is the nav point Suvi gave us, but there's nothing here. Just this beacon.
It's probably a proxy to hide the true location. Whoever it is doesn't want the Archon to know what they're doing.
Play audio log.
I'm Victor. Another variant. Solarian. Reflexes were impressive.
Diranhi R11 Holor. In need of assistance.
No longer aware of where it is. Dispose of it.
Sure we can't find a way to kill him again? The cat built all this? Good thing we hit their base. It could have been a stronghold.
Nice work.
Why the hell did we get so blurry?
I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
Ah, this is a little closer.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
You
You
lie.
can extract minerals via your mining interface.
If the remnant in there are active, we should take them out.
Simple way to know you did good. More people walking than buried.
The BlackRock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. EOS still feels frontier. Claim, but not tame, you like to say.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
There's a question mark here.
Speed bump!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
Here.
You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Get ready to fight!
Another question mark. I don't care. Especially if it's just another one of the Revenant things like that, because all it's there is a container. That's literally the only reason you go to those.
The transmission is strong and unobstructed here, Pathfinder.
Someone got here before we did.
Exaltation lifted our ancestors out of sorrow and tribulation. This noble gift now allows us to raise others and share in the genetic bounty of this galaxy. But the Archon would selfishly hoard what Helios has to offer.
Recorded messages?
Probably set to broadcast to the Ket.
The Archon does not serve Ket interests, only his own. He wastes our time on the Remnant, but keeps all knowledge for himself. These are the acts of a traitor, not true Ket. The Archon believes Meridian will bring him power. He will become the master of the Remnant, its sole master. Once Helios submits, where does the traitor turn his gaze? Think. Understand. Our home is in peril.
Well, we found it. This looks like a comm console. It's probably what's sending out the messages.
Is that it? And so you have found me. You are a single-minded creature, Pathfinder. I see it now. Your determination will grant the Ket dominion over this galaxy.
Determination is a personality trait, not a genetic one. Not that personality is something you understand. Or have.
You waste time on pettiness. I did not reveal myself as a traitor easily. I did so only because I seek a mutual benefit.
Getting rid of the Archon.
The Archon's obsession with the Remnant incites chaos and endangers all we've worked for. This must end.
I take it you need my help for this?
I am Ket. I do not need help. I would use you as a tool to hasten the Archon's destruction. I need only ensure nothing stands between you and your target. Once he is cut down, the Remnant will cease to be a concern. We will complete our purpose here and leave.
Exaltation? No thanks.
One day you will be family. Till then, fight if you must. But I offer a reprieve from this conflict, so you can destroy a mutual enemy.
Take it. We'll need all the help we can get.
We don't need some Ket cheat. Come on, kid, be smart.
Well, I mean, if he's distracted, then it would be easier to take all of them out. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you oppose the Archon?
The Archon says he will use Meridian to dominate this cluster. He says Meridian will bring us victory. We have never needed Remnant to be victorious. No, he wants more. His ambition is plain. I am not alone in this thought.
What exactly do I get from this deal?
Sometime soon, I will be called upon by the Archon to destroy you. When that time arrives, I will provide you with the means to disable my ship.
Or you could just leave me alone.
And should you fail to bring down the Archon, my treachery will be exposed.
Covering your own ass.
I guess if he got the Remnant stuff that he needed before we got to him, then he would become a huge problem. So I guess taking him out first could be better.
Fine. Anything that'll help me kill the Archon.
During our next clash, I shall lower my ship's defenses and allow you to use a kill code to disable it. I have transmitted the code to the console in this room. I bid you goodbye, Pathfinder. We will not speak again.
Okay, and the thing, this is a side mission. A little weird to me.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder.
Hello. Any messages, Suvi? No. Okay, let's go ahead and search these systems. Pharos. Because I don't think we have any more planets to actually terraform or anything like that, so...
The light on the side of this cluster is so different. Maybe the Scourge is absorbing certain wavelengths.
Does it ever give anything back?
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Getting a scan.
An asteroid. This gargantuan asteroid is clearly being used as a stopover by outcasts. A small empty supply post and docking station are built into the rock. H28. Because remember, we got the achievement of getting every planet to 100%. That doesn't mean we won't be stopping on any new planets, but that means we don't need to be, or we won't be terraforming anymore. A near constant bombardment of meteorites from the nearby asteroid belt pelts the surface of H28. Its only real weather is the resulting dust clouds. Wow, that place is boring. Asik.
Anomaly detected.
Asik's thick carbon dioxide and argon atmosphere shows symptoms of scourge distortion, though no scourge tendrils are detectable in the planet's current orbital path.
Deploying probe. Detecting what's left of a ship.
This Ket satellite is rapidly processing data on the atmosphere of Asik, though it has been badly damaged by the planet's storms. Ephasia. Thanks to its unusual orbit and axial tilt, Ephasia is pounded by snow and howling winds for all but a few hours of each 56-hour day. Lastly, Grill. This is way out there.
I'm picking up something.
First discovered by an outcast with an unusual sense of humor, Grill was named for its extremely hot metallic surface and earmarked for future mining operations.
Probes launched. Getting a scan.
The lava flow from this volcano has annihilated an unmanned outcast monitoring post, leaving equipment scattered and buried. Kindrax.
I studied Kindrax's theories. A real Turian aeronaut. The first to cross the ocean in a balloon.
On Paladin? Brave soul. There aren't many soft places to land.
Anomaly detected. Probe away.
Starship
Detecting what's left of the
wreckage.
ship.
This remnant fighter appears to have been caught in a tendril of scourge and utterly torn apart. Mendredum. The scourge has torn away most of Mendredum's atmosphere, leaving ravaging electrical storms above the wasted plains below. Mere traces of plant life remain on the surface. H2o2.
Anomaly on sensors.
Nicknamed Gorgeous by the science team, H2o2 has a surface composed mainly of tin and barren. Traces of organic life are present in its rings. They may have been formed from a destroyed satellite.
Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
Starship wreckage. This debris appears to be from an Initiative shuttle. Pieces of powerful scanning equipment drift among shards of hull. H37. Oh, H73. Backwards. Constant volcanic activity brings magma to the surface of H73, where it gradually solidifies in the scorching heat. Lastly, Tanharaset. Traces of remnant and Ket technology are present on the planet, obscured by the war pig effects of nearby Scourge. There was something here. It has since been removed. Seems like that would be important, but I guess not. Skelda.
This is one of the most remote systems in the cluster. We're on the brink.
Exciting, isn't it?
No anomaly. H61. H61's orbital velocity slows as the planet passes near tendrils of Scourge, radically extending its total orbital period in ways difficult to calculate. Bleeding Ruby. It's the weirdest name we've seen. Named by an exile with a penchant for poetry, Bleeding Ruby's rings and tectonic instability are the result of a single asteroid impact that occurred less than a century ago. I would have expected something way more interesting for that name. Kotkabora.
Anomaly detected.
Unlike the nearby world of Bleeding Ruby, Kotkabora appears to have been in a state of ongoing volcanism for millennia. Gases released by this activity pervade the atmosphere.
Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Beryllium. Norgrake. A windy, frigid desert, Norgrake, is named for a mythical Asari penal colony. Even with protective gear, it is unlikely anyone could survive here for long. Lastly, H329. Just threw random numbers in there, I guess. The Scourge has stripped away much of H329's atmosphere, leaving it unable to retain heat. Its liquid nitrogen oceans are now entirely frozen. That's 75% of Helios cluster now. On to Kadara, I guess. What's this? Oh, that's just a place we haven't been to.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Vetra, okay. A moment planetside. We have Vetra with us, so. Codex. Agent of Change. The Primus offer. You made a deal with the Ket Primus for a kill code to use against the Archon's forces. Damn right. Oh, she's right here.
Hey, Ryder. It's getting a little crowded. Be careful, Ryder. You helped Sloane keep her grip on Kadara, but that doesn't mean she owes you anything.
Oh, I'm definitely keeping an eye on Kadara politics. I'm not going to be used, or blindsided.
Good to hear. Anything you need, just holler.
What? Ah. Gotta go to the Sulphur Springs. Ah, it's falling away.
How'd you meet Cash?
A few years ago, I was running with a mercenary band, mostly smuggling work. Nova Force. Ambitious name for a small time. This is it. Can't wait till you see the view.
You were right. The view is great from up here.
We're not even to the top yet. Come on, I'll race you.
A race? Up this cliff?
Less talk, more climb. Let's go, Pathfinder. And no jump jets. No one likes a cheat.
Alright, that's it. I'm gonna show you how it's done.
You can try.
Pride goeth before a fall.
Or they just fell and died. That's how he dies.
Hey! Having fun?
Told you I'd show you.
Oh, I am well and truly shown. Wow. It's all going to be like this, huh?
No. Better.
For 14 months, I wondered if I'd made a mistake coming here and dragging my sister with me. I don't wonder anymore. Boarding the Tempest that day was the best decision I ever made.
I'm glad you came aboard too. It wouldn't have been the same without you.
very, very short.
Welcome back.
Okay. Codex. Vetra. She showed you a quiet spot on a cliff overlooking Kadara Port, and expressed her pride at being a part of your team and hopefully a friend. Yeah, Vetra's awesome. Whoops. Let's see. Now, Havarl is one of the only other places besides the Tempest, or the Nexus, I mean. And then there was Aya. So Havarl and then Aya. Before Nexus.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Let's see. And Havarl is down here. Our Aya is over here. So we'll go ahead and do these two places. Whoops, before we do any of them, just to get them out the way.
This place is almost off our star charts.
Considering what they were up against, your explorers made it a long way out.
Looking nice. No anomalies. Fen Odam. Massive uranium deposits are commonplace on Fen Odam. It is one of the few planets the Angara have charted in this system, though they have yet to begin mining. What's the system? Shojin. Okay. Pass 21. With its light gravity, silvery coloration, and scorching daytime temperatures, Pass 21 bears a passing resemblance to Earth's moon. The debate over what to name it will be fierce. Pass 24.
I'm picking up something.
Immediately we get that. Pass 24's hot surface is composed primarily of magnesia, with notable sodium deposits. Geographic features suggest the planet once possessed oceans. How this is possible is unknown.
Deploying probe. I found something.
Crevice. This extraordinary canyon runs long and deep. Hundreds of small caves lead underground. Although this crevice may be natural, it is currently inexplicable. Pass 48.
Anomaly detected.
Spectacular auroral effects flash through Pass 48's magnetosphere over a temperate mining rich surface. Only the lack of liquid makes it inappropriate for colonization.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Copper. Lastly, Mosalam. A tiny gas planet at the edge of the Shojin system, Mosalam is a perfect location for exploring ships to restock helium-3 and discharge the static buildup in their drives. Still at 75%. It's kind of weird. Toguson.
Very little signal traffic around.
It's pretty remote. I wonder what view of the Milky Way you'd get out here. Anomaly detected. Probe away.
Asteroid.
Getting a scan. Deploying probe. Got a reading from the asteroid belt.
My god.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Alright, that's it. Past 31. Ocean plains of frozen ammonia dominate the surface of Past 31, climbing into icy mountains along the rims of ancient craters. Asteroid. This massive asteroid is the size of a small moon. It could serve as a perfect base for future scientific and mining expeditions into the asteroid belt. Giraffe. Beneath the planet's crushing argon-based atmosphere, microbial life forms are flourishing on Giraffe in and around underground pools. Asteroid. Fragments of remnant technology are buried on this asteroid, nearly unrecognizable after centuries of disuse. Wogue. Surveys from the Milky Way suggested Wogue might contain a vast mineral wealth. Just beneath its surface, on closer examination, no such deposits exist. Starship wreckage. This appears to be the wreckage of a Ket dropship. Perhaps they were seeking remnant technology in the asteroid belt? And Billon. Named for an early Angaran explorer who perished on Billon's surface, this rocky world commands a quiet respect from the Angaran people. Still at 75, so I'm guessing actually going here and getting these to 100% is not what puts the progression up. I think what puts it up is putting these on the map. So like once these are on it, the progression will go to 85, you know, something like that. And you don't actually need to explore them to get the progression to go up. It's kind of weird. Okay. Jal Armadarav runs in the family.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
Gotta go in a shuttle.
Jarl! Jarl! Wait. Is that bad news?
No, no. The Pathfinder is interested in where I grew up. Ryder, this is my true mother, Sahuna Amadarav.
Nice to meet you. I know Angarl liked the hugging.
Giles told me how much he admires you.
Really?
He's my favorite. Smart, loyal,
Well,
kind. A great shot. Writes poetry, sews.
Mother.
I'm late for a resistance meeting. Stay clear.
It's my favorite. Alright.
Your mother's in the Resistance?
Yes. And every child is her favorite.
Okay.
Everyone, this is Ryder.
Hi.
Look who the Karkin dragged in. Welcome back. This is where I spent most of my days growing up. Me, my sister, Koana, our cousin, Etta, and brother, Finn. Then Bavzil, Rolu.
So wonderful to
Hey,
have
Jarl.
you back.
Hey, human.
Jarl, you bring in someone special to meet us.
Wow. Cozy.
We like to live like this.
Gonna give your friends some real food?
Good to see you. And here's my room. My tiny sanctuary.
We have a saying that I like. Home is where the heart is.
I like that. Oh, no. Who put this here?
Schematics of...
When I was 7, my aunt stole a Ket weapon for me. So I took it apart to learn.
And that was a Karkin.
Pet Karkin. Alfit. He died. So I also took him apart.
To learn?
Why not? I never show people these things, but I feel like we're family.
It's been good getting to know you.
Hey, there's one more thing you might like. Sit there.
Been interesting so far. Nice. You made that?
Long ago. It's not accurate. More of a dream, really. Just one more thing I want to take apart and figure out.
Me too, Jal. Me too.
things are so short. They're nice little companion things, but like I said, with how short they are, it's just a bummer that it takes so long to get to it.
Leaving Avaril. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder. Hello?
Okay, now Aya. I believe there's two things here. The Witnesses and Movie Night. Oh, here we go. Want to do this one first just because it'll obviously be a super quick one, receiving the parts for the movie.
Goods for the
Anything else
home.
you need, Sue?
Tavarv plant.
I said you'd want to hear my experience with the cat, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the cat. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a cat transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
The enemy uses confusion to take advantage of the vulnerable.
Many shuttles obeyed that false order. Those people were never seen again.
The Moshai said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared. why my father mourned for months.
Why kill an ambassador and risk retaliation?
They told us it was retaliation for Havarl's attack on their envoy. Havarl received the same story. But in that one, we were the aggressors. We were so busy blaming each other. We were divided when the Ket launched their assault. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
So, that wave we were expecting hit.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival.
One of them came to our city on Haval to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
The Ket lured your people into a false friendship.
It worked. A month later, our council disappeared. Our city was thrown into chaos. And when the Ket came again, it was to conquer us at our weakest. They're cunning. They know what you desire, and they offer it. Be careful.
Well, love it up. Gun damage bonus, melee damage bonus, power damage, power. Okay, one more level up and we will finish off charge and then we'll start using it. Adept, or a kinetic wielder. Okay. We'll go back onto the Tempest. I'm guessing speak to Jaal, and then after that, we will probably go to the Nexus.
Ryder.
Ryder.
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. When we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavitara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already.
I'm guessing that would be on hold for right now. Communication from Jaal. To Ryder from Jaal. Ryder, thank you for visiting my family with me. For someone with such a small family, it must have been overwhelming. but you didn't show it at all. Ah, here we go. I was just gonna look and see. To fend. Solarian Arc located. The initiative has found the Solarian Arc. Reports suggest the Parchero was intercepted by Ket forces in the Tefano system. Reached for comment, officials refused to provide any details on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants, but they do confirm the Solarian Pathfinder has died. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces for a potential influx of Solarian settlers.
Hey, Ryder, I've got news about Kerry. Hakeem, Kerry's producer. I'm the one making you look stunning for the documentary. There's a hitch. Kerry's been arrested for conspiracy to incite unrest. She's in a cell at the militia headquarters. Any chance you could stop by? A visit from you might shake things up. Remember, Kerry's down in the militia cells. She'd probably love a visit.
Okay.
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Oh, hey, Ryder.
Hakeem said they arrested you over the documentary.
Guess I tweaked the lion's tail too hard.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
Nothing's hurt except my dignity.
You had to tell the truth, whatever the cost. You did what was right.
You know, they've had other people in the cells. Rioters, people crying and scared. Me and my truth did that to them.
So you're just going to sit there? This is how your work ends?
What? No. Hell no. Maybe I could use this. Thanks for coming, Ryder. I'll send word if anything changes.
On hold. Let's see. Any more tasks that are here? No, okay. Let's see. Nexus. That's the Apex thing. on hold and in the Knoll system. I'll have to see what that is after we do this one. The Archon's map shows the way to Meridian. However, this issue affects the entire Andromeda initiative, and leadership should be consulted before proceeding further. Should be considered leaders.
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Ryder made a sentimental choice saving those Krogan. He looked at them and thought of you.
Ryder's his own person. Just admit you don't like Krogan.
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were just discussing your encounter with the Archon.
There was no time to save both. I had to make a decision.
Such is the burden of leadership. Nevertheless, it is good to see Arch Parchero reunited with the Nexus.
Yet I have to question what we've gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
If we do nothing, I guarantee there's a fight coming. The Archon's already studying how to exalt us. It's not pretty.
Still, it's better to focus on the outposts. If the Ket attack, at least our people won't be in one place.
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I like you, Ryder. I really do. But I can't support your plan.
Then I will.
And so will I.
I agree.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
We hear you loud and clear.
Good. That will be all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way.
Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later. In the tech lab.
This is what I remember. I was like, so I have to have gotten, you know, like, way further than what I thought I did.
Sarah,
Little brother.
bring it here. Man, it's good to finally see you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad you did. It gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
Not by choice.
From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
The Pathfinder, that's who. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Ryder.
Yes, sir. Pathfinder, sir. Oh, who are we kidding? I saw you eat your own boogers when you were 6.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Riggs. We have some ideas about Meridian. Come by the tech lab as soon as possible.
Will do.
Hey.
You're probably wondering how things have been going.
Yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe, too?
I'm sorry, but that's not
Well, the big vote is tomorrow, and I'm here to make sure every comatose patient has their say. Vote Ryder.
Ha ha. So what have you really been up to?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Wow. That all?
Nope. There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
You should know, Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what it all means. I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I've been wondering.
First planet we landed on. There was an atmosphere processor. It was malfunctioning. Dad managed to power it down. Saved us all. But there was an accident. My helmet broke. I couldn't breathe. And then Dad gave me his.
He sacrificed himself.
Only one of us could make it. And he didn't hesitate. He was a hero.
I remember the stories about Dad being an N7, the things people said he did in the military. I guess it was true.
You should have seen him in action. He was incredible.
Good. That's how I'll remember him then.
What do you remember about how they met?
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth. She was a scientist working on biotic implants. He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. And failing, but she thought it was charming and struck up a conversation. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had to ask him out.
Our dad, the ladies' man.
Then he went off to fight the First Contact War. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer, helping people cope by designing implants. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from EZO exposure.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Giant space city filled with every kind of alien you could imagine. I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. It was no fair because they could float. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second. I looked around for her, then I remembered.
Dad talked about her before we left on our first mission.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't the same after she was gone.
At least they're together now. Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay. We could still be on Earth for all I know. But yeah, before we went into stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least the idea of it.
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a special exoarchaeology unit. Fully funded and sanctioned by the Alliance.
My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts and learn whatever we could from them. If things hadn't gone sour, it would have been a great life.
What was wrong with how things really were?
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure I'll ever fill the hole she left. And Dad, it hurt him more than he let on. Plus, his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying to save her, and maybe the Initiative looked the other way, but the Alliance didn't. After they discharged him, whenever people found out I was his daughter, door slammed in my face. Being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
It won't be much longer.
At least take some pictures of Meridian for me. I can pretend I was there.
Okay, but... Damn it, stop going to that. Oh, Codex. Known associates. Sarah. Did we read any of this? Born your elder twin on the Citadel space station in 2163, Sarah grew up surrounded by a multitude of alien species, cultures, and histories. In her orientation interviews, she claims this sparked her fascination with science. With informal training aided by Alec Ryder's N7 background, Sarah joined the Systems Alliance military, which was continuing its search for Prothean technology after successful discoveries on Mars. Initially assigned to peacekeeping duties, Sarah was approached to serve a support role for these Prothean researchers. She often describes the thrill of serving with scientists like Medius Silva on the brink of the next great discovery. When Alec Ryder was dishonorably discharged due to his AI research, internal memos show that this also effectively ended Sarah's career. But Andromeda presented the kind of scientific frontiers she had sought all her life. On arrival in Andromeda, Sarah's cryopod was damaged and her revival process interrupted. Dr. Alexei Tapera advised keeping her in a medically induced coma to allow her to awaken naturally. Sarah eventually awoke safely. Medical records show slow but promising improvement in her condition. Not that. There we go. Finally. Searching for these damn memory things for so long.
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. This is HNS.
Out of my way, fool.
Do you know why I asked to be placed with you?
I believe you possess an emotional impulse to be among your own kind.
More than that. I seek someone who understands me.
Complete understanding of a unique consciousness is impossible.
I disagree. It's the only possibility worth exploring.
I forgot they were here.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Gian Garson said? The code word is fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you, and then 7. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right,
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam,
Yes, Pathfinder?
track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right.
Whoa.
Hey, Sam. Transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
This should never have been kept secret.
Your father didn't want to raise false hopes. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name. Elizabeth Riley.
So this was Dad's plan?
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Now we know what GN Garson meant, that something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reaper's return was imminent.
But why was GN Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the Benefactor?
Unknown.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
How is this a side quest? Like, this is a... Oh, okay. Let's talk to this one.
My liberator. Welcome.
No.
Thanks for your time.
It would seem that is all I have to give, for now.
your father's personal logs.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. And so was our mysterious benefactor.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save.
Liara.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
The benefactor's gotta be the frickin'... The hell was his name? The mysterious man. What was his name? Can't remember.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... Well, something terrible happened there. At least the benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now. I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Wow. So they launched the Andromeda Initiative because of Shepard's report and the benefactor saying that the Reapers were coming. And they trusted that enough to launch this entire thing. And that's the real reason why the Andromeda Initiative was a thing. And the benefactor has to be the elusive man, that's his name. It has to be the elusive man.
Showdown on Kadara, rivals vie for power on the Exile port. After a bitter fight,
And again, this was a side
the
thing.
outcasts have now claimed control of Kadara. The collective leader known as
That's
the
crazy.
has now been identified as Reyes Vidal, a notorious smuggler. This is not good. Vidal is on the run as Kadara's security tightens under outcast leader Sloan Kelly. This is HNS.
There you are. Well, here's the pod you told me to find. What's so important about Elizabeth Riley?
I could have milked this a little, but... this is Mom.
What?
I saw Dad's last memory. He brought her. ER isn't Elizabeth Riley. It's Ellen Ryder.
Oh my god. How is this possible?
Dad loved her that much. He wouldn't give up. Not even at the bitter end.
For a man not given to rash action, his emotion drove his decisions in the end.
This is amazing. Dad's stubborn streak finally paid off. I could hug him. And then scream at him. He should have told us about this.
I said the same thing. But does it really matter? She's still with us.
We have to wake her up.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
Can't we cure her, Sam? It's been 600 years.
That was your father's plan.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Just make sure she stays safe, Sam.
We lost her once. No way we're losing her again.
My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Hang in there, Mom. We missed you. We'll get you out of there someday. Don't go anywhere. Sorry. Couldn't help it.
Why does he have to use his thing on his arm to talk? I don't understand. Ryder. The ties that bind. Let's see. You were honest with Sarah about the struggles you faced finding a home. By unlocking your father's memories within Sam, you discovered that your mother Ellen is still alive and in stasis aboard the Hyperion. You also discovered the truth about the Reaper threat to the Milky Way. Known associates. Dr. Ellen Ryder. She looks mean. Ellen Ryder, formerly Harlow, was a pioneering designer of biotic implants. In the 2150s, she was leading biomedical and cybernetic researcher at UFRJ in Rio de Janeiro. When human biotics began to emerge as a scientific field, Ellen found possible applications for her work in neurointegrated wetware. Her early designs for biotic implants formed the framework for latter L2 and L3 models. Ellen met Alec Ryder when he was posted to Rio for ICT N7 training before the First Contact War. She eventually joined Alec on the Citadel when he was posted there as military attaché, and gave birth to fraternal twins on the station in 2163. Unfortunately, Element Zero, the catalyst for biotic mutations, is a hazardous material. Poorly understood in the early years of human biotics, after repeat accidental exposures, Ellen eventually developed a terminal neurodegenerative disorder, later known as AEND. In her final years, Ellen Ryder built what would later become the Pathfinder implants, partly at Alec Ryder's suggestion. Their intent was to use me and the physiological adjustments of the implant to cure Ellen's illness. However, her condition worsened before my creation was fully realized. Alec Ryder chose to use the resources of the Andromeda Initiative and placed Ellen in stasis under an assumed name. He hoped that scientific discoveries in Andromeda would enable him to save her. Ellen Ryder currently remains safely in stasis under the alias Elizabeth Riley. The Andromeda Initiative. Removal of the memory blocks sheds light on the renewed urgency behind the initiative's launch. An unknown benefactor working with Gene Garson and Alec Ryder himself believed claims concerning the Reapers, reportedly a galaxy-wide menace that returns at 50,000-year intervals, to threaten all life in the Milky Way. The Andromeda Initiative's priorities secretly changed from a purely scientific and colonization effort to a last resort measure to preserve sentient life. Details on the current situation in the Milky Way are sparse and impossible to confirm. A non-QEC signal in either direction, traveling at light speed, would take 2.5 million years to arrive. This lends new weight to the initiative's success here on Andromeda. Crazy. It's a good thing I don't remember anything past. I didn't remember anything past. I think it was Vold. Like, I didn't remember Eladin at all.
The initiative urgently requires blood, tissue, and DNA donations. See a medic if you think you may be eligible. This is HNS.
I thought I understood what it meant to come here, but I don't think I quite got it.
They were really clear about it. All the prep sessions.
At my age, family is more important.
Or maybe you were able to get your sister to awaken earlier, and that's what I did, and I actually never did finish the game. I don't know. It's a mystery, really.
Ryder, good to see you. We've been working with Dr. Aradana and her team on the problem of getting to Meridian.
We think we have the answer.
I'm listening.
It's plans for new technology we've designated Ghost Storm.
As you approach Meridian, our own ships can broadcast fake returns for the Tempest.
The Ket won't know which one is real. It will confuse their sensors and draw their ships off.
It could buy you some time.
Sounds like this has never been tested. What if it doesn't work?
You're clever. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
This means going against the initiative. We're on our own. You didn't hear that.
Hear what? We've been collating gamma charts all day.
A risk comes with the job. Part of being a Pathfinder.
Let's get to it then. The Archon isn't sitting on his hands.
You'll need to research the Ghost Storm technology first. Then we'll meet you at Meridian.
Good luck.
Largely because Ket technology appears mimetic, taking designs from different sources to improve their own. It is a familiar pattern. Observe, conquer, incorporate.
How many have they incorporated? How much of Andromeda's life has been suffocated or lost?
I cannot speculate, Professor. We should anticipate the Ket learning from and incorporating initiative technology as well.
What is this? Cybernetic device. Oh, that's that thing we gave the person. Supercharged. We'll look at more of those later. Let me jump. There we go.
I don't care what you say, we have to.
Ryder, could we chat? Ah, there you are. I was wondering, when you found the Solarian Ark, was anything strange, out of place?
I didn't really have time for a detailed investigation. Why are you asking?
Because a few hours ago, we received this.
Hello, Ryder. I don't think the Solarian Ark was captured by chance. If you want to know more, meet me at these coordinates.
That's all. Do you think it's some sort of hoax?
Now that I think about it, a Ket Armada just stumbling across the Solarian Ark seems a little convenient.
Coincidences do happen, though when you put it like that. I'll put the coordinates for this meeting in the nav computer. I suppose there's no harm in making sure.
Okay. Let's check our email. Invitation. Pathfinders only. To Ryder from Captain Hager. Ryder, how are you? Busy, I expect, like the rest of us. But it's no small feat to have so many Pathfinders back at the Nexus. We shouldn't lose sight of that. When are you next on the Nexus? Come by Pathfinder HQ and we'll celebrate properly. Pathfinders only. Hager. I was just there, jackass. Any more? No more codex. And we just got that. Let me see. I want to see what this is really quick. Okay. So when we come back, we'll do this, the little things that matter. Then we'll go back to the Nexus, do the other thing, and then continue with the main mission. Let's go ahead and save it. Hope you guys are enjoying it, though. It got super interesting at the end. Have a great day, and I'll see you. Bye.